You guys were like,
ran away.
don't worry about these things. They're not a big deal. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And you were like, don't worry about it. And then we went to the back room and found the kids that I had no idea why we were there.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Not just kids.
Because you were dying
They were adults.
2 weeks ago.
no, it was like 3 weeks ago because we skipped a week and no one told me.
There's that.
And then there was an old black meanie.
If it would have been here 3 weeks ago, you would have known.
I was here.
2 weeks ago. So
I was
there's
just
that.
dead.
So yeah, the intrepid adventurers explored the cavern where supposedly there were captives.
Are we really intrepid though?
I know.
Like, I'd like to address
I'm not
that
sorry.
first.
Shit.
What is the actual definition of intrepid?
Fearless.
Like the full definition.
Well, I'm pretty
Not
sure.
a synonym.
Fearless as shit.
I'm pretty
I
sure we
believe it's a,
ran. I'm pretty sure we ran
I think
away.
it's a Dodge product around from the mid '80s to
Then we're not.
Late 90s.
No.
Wait,
early
if
aughts.
it's synonymous with fearless, then we are definitely not intrepid because we ran the shit away.
No, we did not run because of fear. We completed our objective, which was to remove the captive individuals from that cavern.
Before
We didn't
the high
complete
tide
it.
came.
we were in the middle of completing it. Our objective was to get them out of there.
We got him.
So that's what we did.
Right. And then once you leave the area, you have to become anonymous before the mission completes.
Yep.
Is that a game term?
Oh!
Yes.
Oh my god!
I know.
Football! Fuck!
Oh
Holy
man, they
shit,
didn't football
guys.
the football on the grass.
So close to football.
Sports.
man.
Fucking football!
Both of them were there.
They ran into. I know it sucks.
Great.
Okay.
But
so,
D&D.
It's actually American.
Dungeons and Dragons states we did not run away out of fear. Instead, what we did is we drove into that cave. We slew the evil Sahagin.
Blitzkrieg almost.
Luckily, Ephraim came to aid us, looking for information about the
Maybe
creatures.
they're evil, or maybe they're just defending themselves from the invading.
Oh,
aliens.
yeah. Let's just capsize the ship, kill the people, and steal the rest while we take their stuff, too.
We don't know that's what actually happened.
That
That's
might be
what
their,
we're told happened, and we
The,
believe everybody that tells us anything, ever.
Especially
that
the
might be their
Gold.
customs, dude.
The sea was invaded. The sea is their home. It was invaded by this alien vessel.
No, the cave is their home. The ship definitely did not go into their cave.
Technically-
They came out of their home to go find somebody to kill them and take their shit, and then bring
You
it
are
back into their cave.
underinformed.
Or
A little birdie told us
Or-
we were in a cave.
the fucking kid, or halfling, whatever you call it, I don't care,
Goat, yeah.
is lying.
Midgets.
Either way, they're gone now, because we made our way to the Pirate Isles. Tortuga, as some would call it.
Tortuga.
We made it to Tortuga.
You are nearby.
We haven't arrived, have we?
No.
You hadn't roleplayed out the arriving.
We arrived. Right.
Because Sydney thought it was ill-advised to enter the bay at night.
Sydney's a little bitch.
Yeah.
We should do it anyway.
We need more Sinbad and less Sydney.
Yeah.
Well, none of you were opposed to the idea when it was presented.
I was asleep.
Of not going in there.
Not going in at night.
Waiting till morning.
Yeah, no, we wait till morning, absolutely. We want to see what we're going into.
Can we hire a captain like Sinbad and ditch this Sydney guy?
No, Sydney's awesome.
But
Yeah.
Sinbad, dude.
Pretty sure at some
Sinbad
point.
is gonna be better.
Pretty sure at some point the ship is going to be a flying vessel. That's why I've learned anything from Captain Sid.
I've made a few enhancements. Hey, if that happens, I'm not gonna be sad about it.
And there's like a 20% chance it might be a space vessel.
Awesome. As long as there's no vampires.
Yeah. That's,
Space vampires?
No vampires.
Space vampires?
Okay, space vampires.
Maybe 8.
Name them Vincent.
Ragnarok, you go into space to get it and bring it back. And then
So,
Does it have a 9?
we are on our
Or
way into
maybe.
Tortuga,
Yes.
the
before
pirate
you go to
isles,
the moon.
as it were, and we have spent the night. We took a long rest. So
Took a
everybody
long
has their
rest.
spells, everybody has their hit points.
And for some reason, when you wake up, you feel a little bit stronger.
Oh shit.
Like you do every day if you're a good adventurer.
And I'm not going to spend any hit dice.
Oh, fuck.
never spend a hit die.
Do we magic? We don't magic auto heal over a long rest, do we?
Yeah,
You
dude.
over
Sleep is
Still
magic.
Sleep is still magic. That's good to know.
Duh.
Still don't like
The
that.
only limitation is you only get half of your hit dice back.
Which we spend 0 of previous day.
The only
I
limit
spent
is
double.
yourself.
I have no limitations.
Alright, then you're fine.
So really, you should make it a goal to
Spend
be
more.
down at least half your hit points before you go to sleep.
Unless
Hit
you let
dice.
us get in the ambush.
Okay, then put it back in.
Just to half.
But
If you
it's
bring
always
yourself
gonna be
down
in
to
there.
half
Do you want a
before
beer?
you rest every time, then you still have half to recover after said ambush.
Yes.
You already have more hit points prior to said ambush.
Half puts me at where one sneak attack kills me.
Hit dice, yes.
Hit dice.
Points, no. You're absolutely
Right.
right. Yep.
So
Orange peel, cinnamon,
you
and
should
ginger.
we should do away with the sleep is magical
I don't
rule
like
and
beer
just
that
encourage
has
you
more
guys
than
to
4 ingredients.
Sacrifice hit dice more readily. I mean,
because
here's the thing, John.
what
all
it
it takes is more encounters in a day. More encounters with the opportunity for short rest in between allows us to sacrifice our resources.
Sure.
Hit dice.
Sure, it changes the tone of the campaign.
That's also true.
Well, it absolutely
So-
does. I think that's a byproduct of that philosophy.
He's saying if he wants to,
I'm
always
saying
have it
in
this way.
order to accommodate you being at full hit points, full hit dice like every morning. Every day where there's an encounter, there has to be a lot of encounters. Otherwise, each encounter is less impactful.
Or a lot of single targeting. Like if you focus on one person instead of spreading out the damage.
Yeah.
But that becomes dangerous.
So whereas if
Kill off
if
pieces quickly.
if you
Why you us?
potentially are impacted from yesterday's events,
Go this way.
Yep.
then that allows a very eventful day to make a slightly eventful next day more
Check out this dick.
difficult. And I think that's a good thing
Okay.
because then
It is an alternate rule.
and also being a large party and often sidetracks and everything, trying to squeeze more encounters leads to less stuff happening.
And that's what I noticed. I mean, that's what I've noticed over the years that I've been DMing is that I guess I'm going to call it the golden rule of 4 encounters a day that D&D has supposedly been structured around as far as like monster CRs and player abilities is very difficult to incorporate like logically without
A dungeon.
a dungeon. That's exactly
Right.
what they're
It's
designed for.
intended to be
It's
a dungeon.
you go in the dungeon, you fight, and you're done.
Right.
You know? Whereas outside of the dungeon, if you try to say, you guys are attacked 4 times in one day.
We go,
Right.
we get the fuck
Fuck
out of
this
here.
place.
So to me, like what I like better about that is you guys are able to, deal with something, be in a somewhat a hostile environment, but not where you're getting attacked 4 to 5 times a day. By at least having, and it's only one of your resources. All your spells and abilities come back.
Absolutely.
So it just slides the scale slightly towards, maybe 3 encounters this day is as hard as 4 encounters independently.
I can't disagree. I think that
And then if you're gravely injured and you use all your hit dice,
You have to
or
find the person?
you use some of your party uses healing spells
It's
at the beginning of the day
Subway?
because they were all cashed out from battle at the end of the day, and then so you guys heal what you can, and then heal more at the beginning of the day. It just
WWE Subway.
to me, anyways, it facilitates better storytelling within the same time frame.
it's exactly true. Exactly true, John.
So sleep is less
as
than
long as you consider
We did it.
like as long as you try to make it realistic or what's the word, verisimilitude, where you try to view it from like a real world perspective. You know, where like, okay, so today you guys are on a boat and, you know, you're all fucked up because you were fighting people yesterday and they stabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can say, yeah, you guys are adventurous, so yesterday you were fighting some people, you guys stabbed whatever, you're fine, and you move on. So it all depends on how you want to view the game. And I totally respect both views. I think that the former view of you guys are fine definitely facilitates more dungeons, more more encounters, more battle, more high
realism.
fantasy, but less realism.
How so?
Because if I stab you,
Then the next day when I get a paper cut, I don't fall unconscious.
right, but
Yeah.
you're not perfectly fine the next day.
Sure I am.
I
I can still take the same number of blows to the face.
No, you guys. I think you guys get confused with
I know.
what perspective you are
He
doing.
got confused
Sure,
of
whichever,
what you were doing. But
whichever,
my only
whichever way.
objection is,
But
as long as you keep in mind you made that change and don't kill everybody, I'm cool with it.
yeah, yeah, that's fine. I mean, because really, the party of 6, from what I can see
They're all
so
crippled.
far, isn't offset with the challenge
Took
rating
them.
system. Like it doesn't.
It
They have dynamics for it. I just don't think it's properly done.
The problem is that hit dice are like the last resource you use. So you have to exhaust everything else we've got before we touch those. That's the problem.
Except if
Especially when we've got multiple healers in the party like we do now.
I'm not a healer.
So that just means
I'm not
that
really a healer either.
he can heal.
I don't think it's going to make a
Heal.
huge difference.
He can heal. I can use herbalism kits, which I haven't done. I've got a bunch of money. I could just make billions of
I can-
potions.
I can heal 40 hit points a day.
Which
That's
is
not even
why I
10
don't
person.
think it's a big difference.
It's not.
It's like 7 hit points a person.
It's not going to be a big difference most of the time.
Some people,
But there will become a situation where it'll be a very big difference. As long as you acknowledge that fact.
Mhm.
There'll be a day where we're completely crippled.
Only if you guys like end the day at near death, use an extreme amount of hit dice,
Yep.
and then wake up the next morning and are like, I'm not ready to press on until you guys spend some of your spell slots to heal.
But even so, we
And
don't
then
have,
you spend the spell slots
we don't
to begin
have
with.
the resources for that same day. Like, we've reduced resources for the
Exactly.
day. So, but
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to do, because
I know.
because
I'm
then...
just saying, keep that in mind.
Right, yeah.
Because we're in the middle of some big adventure,
Mhm.
in the middle of enemy territory, and we're in that situation, it's going to mean that we're most likely just going to be like, alright, I'm going to cast spells to protect us from everything, and we're just going to chill here for a couple of days.
And see that, and that's the trade-off, really, because if you sacrifice, or if you
It
decide,
it can happen, but what it also what I'm hoping it does is kind of narrows that you need to have 4 encounters a day before the 4th one is challenging. Everything else up to that point is like, yeah, we're fine because 4th level spell slot, 4th level spell slot, 4th level spell slot.
Yep.
16 attack, whatever bonus dice. Like, go through all of that, and if you only, and it really is a minor change, but maybe it'll turn a 3 encounter day into the same difficulty that a 4 encounter day would have been.
So you want to change it to a long rest
Just as the hit dice thing.
just restores hit dice. At the end of the long rest, do we have to spend the hit dice just as at the end of a short rest? So we spend them.
What,
once
no,
we
what,
get
what,
them?
what I'm thinking, I would.
I
So
mean,
normally
you wanna say
during a short rest, you can just spend any number of hit dice.
a number of hit
that
dice
you
that
have
you
left.
select that you remain.
So to me, it's
So if
at
I'm
the
almost
beginning.
dead, I use all of them.
Okay.
So the beginning of your long rest, there's a short rest, is what kind of I think is going on. So the beginning of your long rest constitutes a short rest.
So you can.
So at
spend
the
them
end of your
and then
short
at the end
rest,
of it.
you spend however many hit dice you want, and then the long rest happens, and you gain half of your max hit
Sure.
dice.
Okay.
And that will make a minor. I think will make a minor
Unless
difference,
you roll terribly.
but
Doesn't make a
I'm
huge
switching
difference.
music, everyone.
You just gotta take a fighter level.
Why?
that you can bring 2 levels or whatever. No, it's 1 level.
No, it's 1 level to heal yourself.
Because
or
I mean, right now I'm looking
rest.
at
Then you get the modifier.
like a challenge rating
Yeah.
8 creature
Double your minimum.
is an easy encounter for you guys.
Well, yeah, when they blow 4th level spells, absolutely.
I mean, statistically, it's an
Yeah, but
easy encounter.
If you have
So
four
if
of
you
them.
have, well, right, but it should be, even I don't know. I mean, it should be. It's in reality, I could throw 10 CR8s at you, spread throughout a day, and you guys would have no issue.
Nah, I don't know about that, dude.
How many 4th level spells do you have?
2.
Okay,
2.
None.
2.
so that's
We've
6
got
of those
6.
encounters right there.
Pretty
Not
much.
okay. Whoa! You're assuming that 1 4th level spell solves an entire encounter.
I mean,
it has.
one time.
It has. Don't get me wrong. It
An
absolutely
entire
has.
encounter with a single opponent.
Not necessarily.
No.
No, not every time.
So that's the point. So maybe half
So
of
of 4th,
So
it
then-
would make it significantly easier for the rest of the fight.
So,
Even
the
in that
6 4th level spells burn through the
And if they say
5 of the 6
the
first.
spell's useless.
I guess I don't know what. Okay, so what's your goal? Your goal
make
is to
more
make like a
challenging.
day more,
to make it more challenging.
so that you can have more encounters, or so you don't need.
So I
to have,
don't need as many encounters every day in
So
order
each
to.
encounter just needs to be more challenging then.
Right.
Then you run the
Then
higher risk of
you
death.
higher,
Of killing
higher
an
risk of
individual
killing an
PC.
individual PC.
Right. That's really what it comes down to. Is if you have fewer encounters that are more dangerous, it's highly likely that one
Somebody
of the
will die.
PCs is going to die. If you have more encounters that are less dangerous, it's less likely that any one will die, but possibly someone will. Is really what it comes down to.
But it also comes down to if it requires less encounters overall to still be challenging, then we do more over the course of a month.
Sure. Unless you consider doing more, killing more monsters. You know what I mean? So that's why.
I mean,
some
then I
people
can
play
still
this game.
send
Just to
like
kill some
swarms
shit.
of. I mean, it's. But to kill shit and it be challenging still, and really, I mean, unless I'm wrong, I think it's a pretty minor change.
The only time it will not be, like I said, is if it's a multi-day dungeon
Yeah.
or something like that. If we have to go into enemy territories for multiple days in a row,
Mm-hmm.
it could become significantly more dangerous, at least for an
How
individual.
long does it take to make healing potions?
Forever.
Day.
I can make
One day to
you
make one, I think.
dozens.
All right. Let's just sit
Take
here.
me literally
Let's
hours.
just sit here for like 2 months. Stock up on some healing potions.
We have how many extra
That's
goals?
true.
I bought 4 potions. They do
Okay.
2d4
I
plus
could've
2.
made those for you.
John, I don't disagree with you.
Go for it.
The whole
I could've
idea
made you
that sleep
once
is
every
magic has been
twice.
a running joke
I bet you could have.
with this group because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, from all there's a lot of things
It's
that.
highly convenient for a dungeon-oriented campaign, though.
Yeah.
So what you're
Let's-
saying is...
Can we agree to at least try it out, and we can revisit it in a few weeks?
Absolutely. We can do that.
I honestly don't care what we do, just as long as we do it.
Yeah. Let's just do
Like-
it.
Let's just do it.
Make a decision.
Yeah.
He's already made a
I
decision.
was
So no.
If anybody doesn't
I was
like it,
defending the decision.
So no free
Don't.
hit points that
Don't.
during long rest.
You're
So we
right.
have to-
Well, while I'm
Spend
sleeping, I'm going to spend a hit die.
you roll
Well,
the
starting
GM.
from
Don't
this
defend the
point on,
decision.
I would say.
Yeah.
Give us the
We
bird.
level. Do we get free hit points when we beam?
Yeah.
You get-
Is it full heal on the...
I just
To go with, I mean, to keep the same spirit, I would say your
it happened.
new hit points are there.
Okay.
Your old hit points aren't restored.
Okay.
Your amount of...
I mean, and whatever, just be full now because it's probably way easier than figuring out if you weren't, you are now, and
I
whatever.
think that's
fine.
why we should do it because it's just
What's it?
heal every day.
Everything.
Well, that's way easier.
Yeah, like now we have
But
to
not
keep
cool.
track of our hit points between
dice.
sessions and stuff.
hit-
now.
Write them on a paper.
There's a spot on your table.
Well,
Nobody got time for that.
Nobody
Just
gets that
assume
for
we're all
that.
invincible. I'm
and you're assuming that the end of a session is the end of a day.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying.
But because if it's not the end of the day, then you still have to keep track of that shit.
Generally, but now it's every time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Unless you heal it.
Give it a shot.
Well, I do have heal spells. I can
Just promise to never end the day at the end of a session. And then his argument's moot.
All
'Cause
unused
I'm the
spell
DM, I can do
slots.
that.
Oh, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
all you
I
have
can
to
totally
do.
do that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's what you do for the party.
Okay.
You got to be able to cast mass heal.
Yeah, I have 2, I think.
Just 2 a day.
So I have
No,
8
I
hit
have,
dice,
like, 2
so that
different
means
Oh, okay.
once per short
just
rest,
those,
I can roll a d10 and regain that many hit points, because I have a d10
Plus con.
plus con. Okay.
I'm sorry, I stopped talking because I was listening. But
I was just asking how it works, because I've literally never spent a hit die.
okay, yeah, you have how, hit dice, number of hit dice equal to your level, and that actual die corresponds with that class.
For me, it's a D8.
So for you, it's always the same because you're full paladin. For most of you, you're
For
full
me,
same
I have
class.
6
He
d8s,
varies.
1 d10, and a d12.
Yep.
Nice.
And you pick one of those to roll, and you get that many hit points back.
So you can only spend 1 die per short rest?
No, you
as
can spend
many as
any
you
of those. Dice,
Any and all?
Any and all. Yep.
And then,
Any or
Equal to
up
your
to all.
level.
Right, of those hit dice. So
Yep.
yeah, every time you level, you get a D8, a D8, a D10, a D6, depending on what class
Cool.
you take.
Yeah.
And then
I know how they regenerate.
yeah, because there are
It's half your level.
Yeah.
each
yep,
one.
half your level each day. That's the way to say it.
Minimum 1.
Alright,
1-1. Sweet.
let's
All right,
do
so
some shit.
Bitches.
yay!
And you arrive, and they open fire.
So,
and
I'm
they
sorry,
taxi.
did you decide to be auto heal this time or no?
You
Yes.
auto heal this time.
Okay,
yes,
sweet.
that's-
So we're all at full hit points,
full hit points,
dice.
full magic, full
Yeah.
magic, full banks, full
I get
full
magic
bank
now?
account, full,
Alright.
If you were a real fighter, you would have magic.
full mana
Back
points,
dude, Eldritch Knight sucks.
You don't even know.
full telekinetic points.
Better than a normal fighter.
You don't even know magic.
Not a normal
dude.
fighter. So, we are still on a boat.
So you all wake up
Don't you ever forget.
on your ship. Your Sydney ship, I guess. Expecting to take go to the harbor of the Dragon Isle.
Tortuga.
Water seems relatively calm.
Abundance.
Azure Drake?
No, that's not.
I just heard Azure Drake.
And
I don't want to fight one of them.
Seems calm and abundant.
Need a Hearthstone.
and they, Wedge informs you that we'll be making port in
No.
about an hour. They will actually dock if that seems acceptable. Otherwise, you'll take one landing boat, and then the ship will depart and drop off these people you rescued in Sembia, and then return. It should take a couple days for that, and Ephraim is supposed to... you guys are supposed to pay attention to the port. Ephraim is going to fly out when he sees the ship and just make contact.
Oh.
Is the expected procedure.
When you return, will you dock again? Or should we meet you in the bay?
Meet us in the bay
Then we will take the boat now.
with...
Michael Bay.
very well, yeah. We could also leave the boat, or there's probably a boat you could hire. We just don't want to dock until you're ready to board, if that's... So,
This is just watching.
gather your things. Anything left on the ship will be secure.
AC 15.
As we discussed before, it's very uncommon for any seafaring folk to wear the armor you're accustomed to.
Right.
So it's advisable that you wear less of it. Nobody wants to fall in the water. Full plate mail.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
So-
with the partial.
Yeah, we said the neg 2.
Yep. Yeah. Just effectively the
I have
half
the remaining
plate.
parts with me.
Okay.
Back? Is that plausible?
I mean,
You're just as heavy.
yeah.
Why not
It's
wear
it's because
Because you can drop the pad.
it looks weird for
I stand out more than a 7 foot
right.
or
Just say
giant, half giant.
If you
Look in the
she tries to impart on you that if you go or if they go wearing full plate mail, everybody's going to know they don't belong because you don't want to be caught on a ship like that. Otherwise, you're going to die if you're overboard.
Right.
So having it with, if something arises, if the situation arises where you have time and you need it, sure, it's not the real weight issue that you're concerned with. It's more of the blending in.
Right. So just to make sure, druidic gnome with zombie fish is fine, right?
I wouldn't make the fish go on land.
I mean, they can because they don't have to breathe.
Right. That would probably be alarming.
Just dead
They'd probably
fish
have mobility issues.
flopping around.
They don't have a move
At
speed.
me.
They have a swim speed, but not a move speed.
They have one now.
Do they?
I don't know. Part of the zombie template.
Do you have a spell for that?
Yeah.
Zombie template spell.
Zombie.
No, I'm gonna make a tensor floating disc and label zombie fish on them.
And fly them in.
That sounds really cool, but I would advise it during into civilization.
Right. So we're all below deck. We're all kind of gathering our gear, strapping on our armor, whatever. So Roman is going to try to address everybody, I guess, unless somebody specifically wants to not be there
I leave.
and needs to address it.
Where's
I
your
mean,
hat?
it would be
Where's
well,
your hat?
that-
Wearing the
It's a
pink
place you
helmet,
wouldn't
purple,
wanna be.
pink or purple? What was it?
Most dangerous part of the ball.
Purple.
Purple.
It's purple.
But the grating
No,
above
it's green.
allows enough
you
light
said
in
it
that you
was-
can see
it's green.
the sky.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You can't fly away, but you can still call lightning and shit.
That stuff.
So,
That stuff, yes.
we will take a boat.
It's like
A small
drinking apple juice. It's
rowboat.
like getting drunk.
We will all take the small rowboat to the dock, and from there, we'll part ways.
Cool stuff. Sweet. Thank you.
We should decide on a place to meet after we have investigated each of the things we talked about.
It's just not fun.
Does everybody remember what they were going to go look for?
Information on slaves.
Whoa! Don't do that.
Just grabbing it.
Ew,
Just grabbing it and throwing it
it
around.
scared me. You're throwing out the calibration of the
Yes,
unit.
sir.
on
It's
the
crooked
ceiling.
now.
Oh man, y'all done fucked it up now.
You hear?
Sweet. So what is everybody doing when we get to this island?
Limbo.
We'll start with Sakara.
Oh, it's
It's
gonna take
already
like a year
thought
before
about
that
it.
actually has
We
effect.
talked about
Find out if I'm right.
Wait, we have to.
Pretty confident I'm right, but
Right about what?
I was shifting the table and then
I shifted the table.
I know, I was trying to counteract that.
Towards me?
Alright, whatever. Yeah, so you guys are,
So what are you going to do?
What do you think I should do?
Oh my god, it's your character.
Act a fool.
I recommend not a full party split in unknown player territory.
Agreed. 100%.
Just saying
Me and Bibble can find out information on slaves. I guess.
that. I'm pretty good at asking questions.
Uh-huh. We got this.
Okay. And then the rest of us find the biggest, baddest motherfucker here. We kill them and take over.
No, we talked about
Assert dominance!
It's the language of
I kill
pirates
myself.
and
I
brigands
kill
and
myself.
cutthroats.
Worked out. Get there.
Oh, bitch ass, what? So we talked about how that's a bad idea.
Except
And
it's
about
the
how we were
best
not
idea.
going to do that. Instead, I thought you were going to. Didn't we talk about like you talking to people at the local taverns?
Oh, you're coming with us?
Great, you fucked up the view.
You come with us.
Except I
What
failed.
if we try to buy slaves? That'll get us
All right, let's have this. Let's. I guess we have to have this conversation again.
yeah, that's fine. Just
Okay.
have the conversation.
Right. So
Oh, I remember what you were doing.
there are two people on this island who have information
Only 2 people?
that have information that we know can aid us, but they might not do so willingly, or at least we may need to persuade them.
I can do that.
Coin may work.
He's the guy.
There was the
I
forger,
can do that.
and then there was the contact that I met.
I can forge things.
How?
It's easy.
How?
You get an idea of what you want your thing to look like, and then you make it look like that thing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, for example, say you needed papers to gain access to the Royal Pirate Court. It's a thing, trust me. I could make you papers that say you're a member of the Royal
When
Pirate
Wedge chimes
Court.
in, that's not actually why from what I understand, you guys are going to see a forgery artist.
It was an example.
It's a specific.
It was an example.
Not
I
that
could
we
do
need
that.
a forger, just that you need to meet this specific person because he has
The
information.
forger will have documentation that
Information, at least.
Information or documentation
Documentation that
about
Taldor.
Taldor. Taldor was going to see this man. This man likely knows that Taldor was going to see him. We must find out if that's true. We must find out if any documentation has been created. As I'm sure Efren can corroborate, it takes time to make these things.
Yeah, I can spot a fake a mile away, too.
It's likely that this forger has the documents already made. If that's not true, well, that's fine. At least we will then verify that Taldor was coming to meet him. If so, find out where he was going to take those papers, what they were going to be for. Maybe somebody could pose as an emissary of Taldor's. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I'm not going to handle that part of this.
I have one of his books. I think.
Then the handwriting of Taldor might be useful, or knowledge in the book. Is that what you're saying?
It's also a very important book that he wouldn't entrust anyone with.
What's in the book?
Spells, magic, ideas, instruction.
Whatever.
Can
If you
I
think it's good,
specify
Bimble,
anything
alright
other than
then.
spells in the book?
The spell list that's in it, but other than that, I don't know.
Okay, that's what I thought, and that lands with my current.
Since you have
mindset.
knowledge
I
of
just didn't know
forgeries,
if I
Ephraim.
said there was
Yeah.
other, sorry.
All of his pins, passwords to get into his Facebook account.
Last Forbes Stooge.
So
I can get
hacks.
Ephraim,
Since you have knowledge of these forgeries, and Bimble has
Some
access
document.
to this ledger and this book that you're talking about, can you guys work on contacting this forger and learning as much as you can?
Are we still worried about him?
Worried how?
Taldor.
Taldor,
What if he shows up?
Here? It will take him days to get here.
you know that
He could have got on a ship the same day we did. We spent
capable of seeing
days.
us at any time, right? I said something about that?
Yeah, you're talking about some magic bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. So, he could find us at any time if he wanted to.
Yeah, well, if he shows up here, I'll slit his fucking throat.
Okay. As long as you're aware.
Is there a way for me to know that he's doing that?
Can you?
Well, if you
Work
resist
with
his
magic?
magic, you would be able to tell, I think.
I'm resistant as hell.
Okay. Then you would know.
Alright then.
You should test it.
Oh, I
Well,
can't do
I
it.
guess
Fuck that.
me,
I'm
Afro,
just
and
as
Bimble could go together to meet the forger.
Sure,
Try
I
to
can
get
test you too.
information.
I don't need any goddamn
Yeah.
tests.
Resist this.
What did you do?
Blight
to 88. What did you? Is it a dex?
I don't know. Make a save.
What
You
kind of
curse
save?
up.
Is it dex?
I don't think it's dice.
You do a specified curse like Quack like a duck or something.
Oh my
like that.
god! I could curse him. It's not a curse.
Fuck you.
Anytime.
spells?
It's a cantrip.
Aww. Burn a spell, be a
Dex.
man.
Dex.
Burn a spell and be a man.
Oh, I fail so bad. What does it do?
Glowing now.
With light?
Light.
Lit you up.
Only for an hour though.
Obviously, you can't resist. That was the.
I wanted that,
That was the basis of all spells.
and I wanted it.
Okay. I'd leave it then.
I look good. Turn it off.
But you wanted it.
Turn it off.
Oh no.
I just wanted to see what it would do. Turn it off.
Cover it
Looks
up.
good on you.
Turn it off.
Oh my god.
Put a cloak on.
Makes you humbled.
Okay, bye guys.
Oh, you're losing now.
Turn it off.
No, you said you wanted it. Make up your mind.
Turn it off.
New game.
Alright.
Damn it!
So me, Ephraim,
Have
and
a drink.
Bimble can go to the forger, try to find information. If interrogation doesn't work, I can always sneak in.
We can take it by force.
Try to find the other.
Why don't we just all go together to one place and then all go together to the other one?
That's possible.
I
we,
think
we do have multiple days, right?
you have at least 3. We can stay longer, but we would like to hear back from you when we arrive. So please keep an eye towards for our ship. But
We will.
either separate or in a group is probably not an issue, as anytime our crew goes to port, large numbers of us stay together. But
Staying together is a good idea. Otherwise, they'll get mugged. My mom always told me that.
Smart lady.
She was. Almost as smart as me.
from what it sounds like, I would advise against all 6 of you approaching an individual and trying to talk to him, but all being in the same vicinity shouldn't draw attention.
I was merely thinking that it might take us several days to find the 2 people we're talking about. How large is this city?
You said 2 people.
In the city. 2
Yeah,
people
2
of
people.
how many?
I have been scouring through the
Pretty
books
sure
we have
pirates don't do
on hand,
census.
and
So we could.
it seems to be several thousand, but not
Of the pirates.
not a huge city.
Pirates?
Although that could have changed in the 100
Exactly.
years since then.
Possibly.
Alright. A few thousand's not too bad.
No, we could take
Fuck
that.
it. Let's do it.
Alien down? What?
Yeah.
Raise the city.
Raise the city.
I'll kite him. You
Make a
ain't
pirate.
Give me a couple levels.
Let us know when we're in boat range, I guess.
You're in boat range.
Sweet, we get in a boat!
We go from one boat to another.
So now we're sticking all sticking together.
Fuck it, let's
Yeah.
all stick together, yeah.
Never split the party.
That's cool.
I
Always
support
mad.
that.
Always.
All reverse.
Culvers?
A bad idea.
Culvers?
Always.
Culvers would be good, yeah.
Cover
Alright,
more
so you
ground.
guys climb down into
You go kill
the
that cave. I'll go kill. we
small
killed Matt
boat
Arn.
Okay.
from the ship, and you begin to row towards
New
shore.
characters
Yeah.
all the time.
I'll be on the oars, unless somebody else needs to be.
Sure. As I said,
I'll take it.
the waters are relatively calm. It's a sea. There are waves even on the calmest of days, but nothing that really impedes your movement significantly.
Sweet. Tell me of the flag that we had to fly in order to not get shot. What does it look like?
Bare breasts.
What did I say?
I don't
Bare
remember.
breasts.
Wasn't it a bird of some
Some
kind?
sort of
Yeah,
bird.
some bird.
Yeah.
Black.
A vulture, I believe, or
Okay.
not a vulture.
Blue-footed.
Some sort of raptor,
Sweet. My character knows.
as in like a hawk or a
Wait,
falcon.
are we gonna fight Boba
Like
Fett?
a Seahawk?
What?
Are we gonna fight Boba Fett?
That does not look like
Possibly.
Boba Fett.
Is it
He was,
Russell
he was
Wilson?
he was pointing and talking completely unrelated.
Oh.
It's like I am gonna watch a movie later.
I don't think you
I like
do
to.
that.
Sitting in a straight coat while you watch Netflix
Yeah,
and
but
chill?
well, what kind of coat?
Oh.
Like a Mountain Dew?
We're not.
Could be that. Could be that. Awesome. I row us to shore.
Damn right you do.
I arrive at shore.
So as you guys are approaching, you see
I did know I'm already.
large span of docks. It looks like several of the houses buildings closer to you are stilted,
Like in the water?
Yes.
or end on slightly in the water, mostly on shore.
They prefer
but
not to be submerged.
In case of storm, they need to be out of the water somewhat. There's a village in, I believe, Final Fantasy X that comes to mind, but I didn't pull it up.
Is it hot?
Make reference.
Waddle Salon.
I don't know, but there are just a large expanse of docks and. It's been too long. I just have the picture in my head. Docks and buildings that are near the water, touching the water. We'll say it's high tide right now, so even at high tide, buildings are still 15 feet above the water level.
So they're prepped for like super high water levels.
Well, right. Storms are common on the sea, and increases high wave levels. If they get a little wet, no big deal, but they don't want to be completely drenched during the storm. There are
Cool.
several.
Are there any other rowboats like in the dock? Like, is there a spot for rowboats to go dock at?
They seem to be scattered throughout. There are a couple points where ships are docked, and many more where.
Jesus Christ.
I think you're drunk enough, bro.
I'm done.
Cut off. And there are many more spots where you could dock your boat. It looks like there are posts to tie to and get off of your boat that would accommodate varying levels of tide.
Sweet. Do we see people?
There are a few fishermen, just not commercial, but with rod and line hanging out there. A couple people walking to and from, people walking back and forth on the raised platforms, the pier that's not quite pier because it's horizontal to the shoreline, but the boardwalk in front of the buildings. It seems like a very, very busy city. Definitely seems to be more populous than 2,000, 3,000 that you may have anticipated. But based on the structures you can see, it seems like the majority of people that are here hanging out probably sleep on the dozens of ships that are anchored in the harbor. Yes.
Are they all wearing eye patches?
How many hook hands are there in the crowd?
Wooden legs.
As you approach, you see like a couple of each of the things you're clicheing.
Sweet.
Corroborates everything I've ever dreamed.
Right.
Sweet. Row us to shore and we rope up our boat.
Make a use.
Rope? I don't rope up. The Dexy one ropes up the boat.
Sure, you rope up the boat. Make a
Roll
don't lose your
check.
fucking transportation check.
If you roll a 1, you think it's good?
Survival for knowing how to tie a rope.
Yeah.
That sounds
Net
weird.
20?
Pretty sure.
Roll ever.
Oh, now we can't untie the thing.
But
Only I can
Fireball.
untie it.
Yeah.
Fireball will work.
wouldn't
Okay, he must survive.
wouldn't a nat 20 mean that he uses the appropriate knot
Nope.
to tie up the boat?
No, he
It
ties
goes
it
over the
indestructible.
top.
He ties it. He says it's good.
Okay.
Can't believe him.
He
Yeah.
lashes like the
He's the
entire
guy.
side of the boat to the pier above the water.
It's above the
line.
water, yeah.
It's just hanging there.
A hurricane
That's good.
comes through. The only thing remaining is our boat.
I tie it to the fabric of space-time.
Holy shit.
So it cannot be
want
moved.
to you.
Immovable rod.
Hell yeah.
Rod inside of
Sweet.
As
go
you
for
guys climb up the embankment, it's not really shore that you're arriving on because of the boardwalk and the docks. It's all built. But yeah, you see what looks to be a fairly commonplace market scene, except instead of being sprawled out over a square, it's spread out across the boardwalk.
Dang.
The funnel cake?
You can find some funnel cake.
This is a real market.
Are there
Walmart?
corn dogs? Fresh fair corn.
No corn dogs.
Damn it!
Eye patches?
I bet it's for sale.
Oh my god.
So we go find a dude.
Who wouldn't buy an eye patch? This would be like the best tourist item.
This is not tourist.
Well, it should be.
I don't think there's even a shop that specializes in.
Well, now we know what we do after we
Pirate
kill the big
number,
baddest
yeah.
man. We gotta get the tourism up.
So you guys see
It's like
a
a pirate pharmacy where you can get peg legs and.
couple signs indicating alcohol or tavern, some sort of symbol. Rare. You don't see many written signs. Mostly
Images?
mostly images. One suggesting weapons, one suggesting food.
Is there any that show like leaves of paper?
I don't know what that means.
Leaves of
Shut
paper.
front you. Never mind. Forget it.
Okay.
But I have no charge.
She's looking for the porter.
No.
Got it.
Alright. Free for you. Sweet. I grab Marin as he starts to wander off.
Or going a little later.
Do you?
No, probably not. Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
Oh, I got that kitty beaties flaring up
Take it in her
again.
butt.
Real life.
No, a text message from my wife.
Siri.
She wanted to make sure I knew
Siri.
genuine swada.
What the fuck?
Get your swatter here.
Swada, get your swada here. Genuine swada.
That's Fallout. It's a merchant in Diamond City.
Oh
He
my
sells-
god!
He sells
bats.
and bat mods.
Your shirt says
I haven't even been to Diamond City yet.
What is
Well, now you know to look for the swada guy.
Removal.
Swatter.
Swadas, get your
I've seen
swadas
his
here.
It might not be because we made this for them before I started working there, and they didn't pick it up for a couple of years.
So it's yours now?
Bat removal. Is that where you have sex with old ladies that haven't had sex in a while?
Yeah.
You remove bats from your belfry?
Oh my
It is now.
It wasn't before.
Yeah, I don't think that's a real place. It is now.
It is
So-
now.
So it's like the sister of Dildos for Widows, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
sister
working
company.
to be fucking rich, man.
It's the parent company.
Alright.
Grandparent
Sweet.
company.
So,
Grandparent company.
oh my god.
You guys are on Fireball tonight.
We are on
Yes,
fire.
We were.
Bomb.
So, how do we find this guy? Forgery. They're not going to have a forger shop,
Ooh, I
right?
know.
They're going to
I
have
know.
like a document writer, a scribe or something,
What's
right?
his name?
We can fuck some old ladies.
Martin Ingalls.
Ingle.
Dead in game or just general?
I'm just in game room.
Anybody know?
Shut up! No!
It works. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah. We don't want everybody here
To know.
knowing
That we're here.
this guy.
Why?
And we also want to draw as little attention to ourselves as possible.
So we need to find him fast.
I maybe have a spell that could
Find person?
Spells.
locate.
There's a lot of power.
Don't you have to have
You would be
something-
wise
Does that look like a bar to you?
Well,
Does that look like a bar to you?
A tavern.
I point it like a mug sign or whatever.
It looks like a bar to you.
No, it's a mug
no,
shot.
it looks like a sign.
You can buy mugs
Oh
there.
my god. I'm gonna go into the building that the sign is attached to.
Splitting the party already.
No, there's all
I follow.
in there.
I
Let's
follow.
We've had a long journey. Let's get some real food. A drink. Test the local scene. Sweet, we go into that bar there.
Sweet, you go into that bar there.
Spring break.
Elvis
Bring
Trough.
Like I said, not many names. And
Let's play an albatross.
throw a perception check out there.
Oh, crit! Bam!
6!
7 out of 8.
That's pretty good.
Crit's a 24 for me.
I have
Ah,
no
big
bonus
deal, guys.
perception.
Oh,
no bonus.
23.
I see the assassin!
Anyone over like a
Oh, 5.
Nice.
9.
Anyone over
I got a
12
9 D8.
notices in the crowds around you?
Wait,
No,
this
that's-
goes up 10.
Not crazy concert crowds, but like Saturday at the Mall crowd.
Okay.
Uh,
Some people.
Right.
It's like teens
Not not
everywhere.
holiday season.
Okay, no, I get it.
There's like 16-year-olds like everywhere.
I do.
More population than actual demographics.
Like hot
Uh,
16-year-olds
And 13.
with hot abs. And
You guys notice that
wearing little sailor shirts.
there are a lot of languages being spoken here.
Do I understand
Some
any
that
of them?
you understand. I don't know what you speak. You understand some, and you don't understand others.
Okay, okay.
Suggesting that it may be able to infer that that's the reason for not putting names on things.
Oh,
is
you're gonna
that
go
there's
there.
a large,
Diverse culture.
diverse culture, people that aren't necessarily going to speak the same languages.
I wish I would have noticed that.
You did.
I didn't.
I tell you,
rolled
right
a
now.
Yeah, they're way too lazy for that.
What do you have to roll?
A 12.
That's why I
don't
like
know
to use
that.
the
Speaking
Okay.
mathematical representation.
So,
Foreigners there,
So with a
isn't
23, do I hear any thieves camp? In this den of thieves.
No.
But people who don't.
Okay, we note the different languages as we enter the tavern.
you are able to determine from that conversation over there that they're speaking in one of the less common languages and
Druidic?
thieves can't.
Druidic.
That
Druid cat.
Draconic.
selling
Sex slaves.
no slavery in this conversation.
Heroin? Black tar heroin.
Freebase that shit.
They're just actually talking about the
Okay.
best place in town to buy arms, and it's not a shop.
A guy.
It's a guy
In an alley?
In an alley. Well,
Drop
in
his
the
car,
upstairs of a tavern, and they're close. You catch that they don't want a lot of people to know because otherwise the items will go up in price, as well as the guy might disappear. So just sharing the info between friends.
That's smart marketing.
It's from the non-marketing standpoint. It's from
that's
the
called the
consumer.
black market.
He has
Consumer,
enough
the
business
consumer.
That is racist.
and too much attention.
What language was that in?
I know Common, Elven, and Thieves camp.
Oh shit. Elves.
So
It was Elven and Thieves' Cant within Elven.
Whoa.
you.
Isn't that a thing? Like Thieves'
why
Cant
not?
is just you just blend it into the language.
Right.
Or it could be.
So
That's how I- that's
So
how-
knowing Elvish, you don't.
It could-
I don't necessarily understand.
It could
No,
be common.
you hear them talk about.
You hear the normal Elvish.
Yeah, you
Let the
hear
conversation
you hear them
down.
you hear them say, "I got some really great calamari from the guy at the end of the pier. He's fishing out there right now." And then something about
Dicks.
the speaker, something about the speaker's lost family and blah blah blah. And you hear the same thing, but you realize that it has nothing to do with that. It's the guy you're looking for is at whatever address, which if you try to get
I
to
think
later,
that you're
you
an
can.
old white guy.
Not
Listening to
address, but
people in like
Rap
I
music.
just am not going
Yeah.
to make
Right.
up directions for it because
Word.
I don't have a map drawn out.
Address for weapons.
You guys think I could sell some
Yes.
of my stuff over
Yes.
here?
and
Probably
get us all
could.
killed.
But if anyone finds out about how effective it isn't, it might be detrimental to all of us.
Are you doubting the effectiveness of my wares?
I would never doubt the ineffectiveness. If I hadn't tried it.
You didn't.
He did.
He did.
Remember?
You bought one
No.
on
The
the
very first day.
Ephraim,
That's how you guys met
this is why you're here.
and made out.
To sell my wares. Make
No.
a boatload of money.
No.
Yeah.
You already have a
Grab me some
bullet, buddy.
I'm gonna Scrooge McDuck this shit though.
Okay.
That's my character's aspiration.
Well,
I want to be Scrooge McDuck.
you need to
But
get
you're
a
not-
demi plan.
And you don't do that. You don't get there by making poor investments.
No, true. You also don't get there by getting yourself killed in a
like
thieves'
porn.
den full of pirates.
Are any
Pirates
of these people, do you honestly think any of these people are thieves?
Pirates. I'm sure most of them.
You're generalizing though.
Yes, I am.
It's very offensive.
How are we going to find the forger?
I already told you.
Don't yell his goddamn name.
No, ask around.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Alright, so now that we got some drinks, I bought us a round of drinks. Alright, first round's
Sweet.
on me.
How much does that cost?
They're expensive.
I have
Ah.
999 gold. How
They're
much?
like twice what you're used to paying.
Alright, so I spend 2 gold. Get us all decent drinks. We're sitting around, we're drinking.
Marcos.
Is there anybody that I can talk to about, or any? I survey the scene, the people in this
Talk
tavern
to him about it.
right now.
Why
How many people are in this bar other than us right now?
30.
Okay, decent crowd.
It's a fairly small establishment.
Right, and it's like early in the day, right?
Yeah, it's like 8, 9 o'clock.
My kind of people.
Are they from Northern Wisconsin?
Yes, having bloodies. So I look at anybody. I start studying people.
For a minute each. 30 minutes later, he knows everybody.
He just sits there for a half hour. He doesn't say a word.
It's the creepiest shit you've ever seen.
Unless you've been to a bar and then it's pretty normal.
And then does that.
Now I know.
Somebody always does that.
Now I'm
Right.
reminded why I don't.
So I got my beverage. Get some food if you like.
Yeah, that guy's faster than you, that guy's
I'm gonna-
faster than you, that guy's faster than you, that guy's faster than you, that guy's faster than you, that one's faster than you, that person's faster than you, that person's like way faster than you, that person's faster than you, and they're all higher level and have more HP.
What the
just
fuck?
saying.
Run!
The dexterity thing. You
I
pick-
have a 12.
You don't.
I'm a little bit above average. So
But they're all sailors.
they're all sailors, so I'm sure it's 12 or higher at least. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
you see a few peers. I mean, I guess you pick what stats.
I have to pick. Yeah.
So you
I'm
don't
gonna
pick
level.
dexterity because you don't.
I'm not
care.
going to pick dex because they're all super way
Right.
more dexterous than
You
me.
figured that out on your first ship.
Yeah. I am not an idiot. I have a 10 intelligence. I learned.
Have you met people with 10 intelligence?
Oh, stop it.
These are amongst the people I was going to sterilize.
Nice. It's a great topic, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to pick total class levels, of which I now have 8. And
Well, yeah, they're all dragons. They don't have class levels.
I guess I'll pick armor class for the other.
You're sitting at an 18 right now,
18
contrary to
AC,
what our overlay
Yes.
says.
because I'm not fully armored up. Yes.
And Martin, what's your AC? Being a dexterous character without
20.
dependency on armor, for my reference.
I am a special
That word bubble?
kind of character
Makes
with
the
an
entire
18.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
He's
I
currently
get, I
at
get my
18.
con.
You
to
notice.
They probably have 14 or 15 dexterity if they're good. So if they don't
16
wear
if they're
armor,
super
they'll
bad.
probably have 12. If they're wearing armor, then add to that.
Yeah, definitely the vast majority of people are inferior to you. You do notice a couple of guys at the end of the bar that are superior to you in...
Always.
Yeah, what did you check for?
Including height.
AC,
Girth.
Level?
Length.
AC and level.
AC and level?
AC.
Yeah, they're better than you.
Okay. Just a couple guys in the end
Just
of
a
the
couple
bar.
guys at the end of the bar together.
Couple isn't two.
fuck yeah.
Is
Are
it
they like
yeah.
together?
Like, yeah, dude.
They
like,
are not
they're
having sex
together.
currently.
Yes, they are.
You cannot determine
Sword fighting?
yet if they are a romantic couple or not,
Okay.
but they do seem to be acquaintances at least.
I don't even know they exist.
There's an
That's true.
alleged condom commercial that's like lightsaber dick fighting.
Oh my god.
I
Alright,
haven't
well,
seen it.
there's that.
But I heard it. I want to find it.
It looks like Jason's gonna go right after that right now.
What are you doing? All right. So
I'm gonna approach those two.
Oh god.
At some point.
Let's do it.
sure.
How big is this room? Would you say that it's bigger or smaller than a 30-foot radius?
30-foot radius. You could fireball the whole thing if you,
He didn't
except maybe the other
say
corner.
fireball.
Done and done.
You could.
How many fireballs are there?
All the fireballs.
Holy shit, I could do 5 fireballs if I really wanted to.
That's a lot of fireballs.
That's a lot of goddamn
So
fireballs.
only input I hear is AJ is going to approach these two
At some
gentlemen.
point.
Right, he's gonna cast
It took me a
He's
little
talking
while.
about fireball. He doesn't say he cast it.
It took me a while to survey the room, obviously, to kind of size everybody up. So unless somebody else wants to do something in that, I don't know, 20
Half hour?
minutes, half
So
hour.
we all
Do you
watch
20
our-
minutes to half an hour.
Normally,
When I
I would be
saw the
all
first
about making
appearance,
merriment,
what I saw.
but since we've
You what?
actively discussed
When I saw
trying
the
to
first person who
stay
was
out
better
of the
than
eye of
So you
the
don't know that the
locals,
second person is better.
I go against
Correct.
my normal instincts
What if
and
they're
do not
sitting
make
together?
merriment.
Wouldn't you? Like, or are you just dumb as hell?
I believe that'd be a poor idea.
So I said there are 30 people, so I need a 60. So they were the last 2 people you were going to look at.
Fair enough. I started from this side. They were right here.
Yes.
All right.
So a half hour into you guys doing maybe nothing
Sitting around,
significant.
chatting,
Eating
drinking
food.
like normal
You
people.
notice. You're like, wow, all right, I think I got this place under control.
So once we find
Maybe.
Martin Gall,
What
I
would
will go
a
talk to
decent
the
meal
bartender.
cost? Like a silver?
what are we gonna do then?
Yeah.
I heard he's a pretty
Of
good
a good meal.
forger.
What are you doing?
Helping.
No, you're not. We don't want people to know we're looking for this guy, but we want to find him.
How
He's
are we
subtle.
supposed to do that?
Are you serious? You can't think of a single way?
I'm gonna talk to
You have all the magic in this
Okay.
fucking world. You can turn
Yeah.
into weird creatures.
Pull
You
some
can
gold.
summon things from
You're like
other
50
planes.
out of a
but
bag.
you
I don't
can't
think you want to ever
Okay.
test that
Just
either.
like not shoving it or showing it to him, just
I mean, I
under
guess-
my hand on the table.
Okay.
Just kind of like
So-
spread a finger.
You got like a
And
sleight
then-
of hand thing?
Yeah,
going
I'll
on?
use magic to force
I
someone
can
to
roll
tell
sleight
us.
of hand.
Yeah. Yeah, do
But
it.
then
Because
you
it's
don't know.
appropriate. You're trying to hide it from everybody in the bar except
Twenty.
him when you make a point to show him.
Unless you
right?
don't
do
have
that.
So it's,
No.
yeah.
20.
Why the fuck
Cool.
would we do
Okay.
that? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
And then
Well,
in
what's
Thieves'
the
Cant,
more?
I'm gonna ask him.
I guess
more.
unless somebody used necromancy.
We can always kill him.
But there's
He
necromancy.
carries on your like random nonsense conversation, suggesting that he doesn't know what you said in Thieves' Cant.
What a worthless
How did they
bartender.
suck my dick in Thieves' Camp?
There are many ways you can slip it in there.
That's how we can find out people with rogue
Are you attempting to be
See if they pull a knife on you.
Yep.
quiet about the conversation, or just like you were sneaky about showing and you're talking in magic tongues?
The showing was sneakiness, and then it was just kind of speaking
That's
to
cool.
it.
Just like, yeah, you know, some pretty good booze here. Where you get it from? Like blah 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 stuff you would normally talk about anyways. Just slipping your shit in there, or slipping, yeah.
Slipping
Into the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this shit.
You asked about who?
Marningle.
So,
Okay.
what do people think a forger does if they don't know he's a forger?
So somebody next to you starts
Scribe?
talking.
Yeah.
Joins the conversation with the bartender.
Maybe a bookseller?
They could
Does he
counterfeit
and
own signet
Through
rooms.
that conversation,
Does he only
like,
forge
the three of
documents,
you,
or does he
to
forge
seal
other things as well?
documents?
No,
he
We don't
says
know the
he
We
We
don't
could
know
best-
point you in the right
Think
direction
our best bet
for
would be a scribe of some kind.
a fee,
Do we know what he looks like?
modest fee.
He's black.
Oh, shit. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. He is now.
How ex-
I just made that.
my
up.
attempt would be to
I know.
It's
Why?
canon.
What?
Exact fee,
canon.
okay.
Well,
Or exact.
the exact for the fee, and exact like. Do you
Yes, that
know
makes
his
sense.
exact
With his
location, or
face.
just know he's
Yeah.
kind
Not
of
playing knots.
in that area?
I know.
Think of how many
he
white
says-
Martins you know.
He knows where he frequents, and he knows what he looks like. And So what did you spend on ale?
He's a criminal.
For 6 of you, what was normal?
Couple gold.
So
Couple gold.
or something.
that makes sense.
So
That's what you guys
he
said.
says he would give you that much, which is what he knows. Can't be more
Is that
can't be
because
more
there's a black
specific.
slave market?
But he would do it for a mere 10 gold.
We're looking for somebody who forges documents. It's not
That'd work.
I can forge that.
Oh,
So we're looking for a
the
Ten
guy
out to the side.
that Taldor was going to meet. Okay, and he forges documents. That doesn't mean
Then,
he necessarily
He
does
tries to be sneaky too.
anything
Because
evil.
apparently you are.
So
How are we gonna find like a
Well,
list
it's more
of
like
named
the money's
offenders?
just been
It
here,
isn't
it's
even
like-
bad for us to just go up
Okay.
and ask somebody.
Why
We
don't
say,
Right.
hey, where's Mark Ningle? I'm looking.
So
for
he
him. Is that a problem, Crib?
I got an idea.
why don't we
kind
just look
of
at
like
where
covers it up
Taldor
as he puts this,
And then
as
it
you
It
flip
depends what his
over,
reputation's like.
Then we're in the right spot.
I got an idea.
you realize that if somebody had been
Give me 5
paying
gold.
attention, they would have
Why?
noticed it.
Don't do
But it's not out on the table
Because
long
of
enough for all
I
the
need
eyes
it.
in the bar to notice that
what?
there's this
I
exchange
gotta
happening.
bribe my way in.
How to?
Give me 5 gold too.
So
No,
He tells you that-
I've got a good idea.
he,
What?
Give me 5 gold.
as far as he knows, Martin Ingo frequents a tavern on the other side,
So how do we figure this
the
out?
opposite end of the
So wait,
No, I tell
these
you-
guys just told
the
you
market.
No, we,
I do not know.
Like you guys
We
kind of
just-
landed,
we
we
just
walked
have to
up
look
here. We'll just make this a
because we don't know
reality.
what he does, and we don't want
So,
to ask his name.
like,
So what we need to do is we need
buildings
to
all
look at
along,
where
whatever.
Taldor's
You guys
So
landed
if
pretty
we
much
can
center
prove
because that seemed to be
at. We're
where
Taldor's associates.
you were.
Unless Taldor
He
won't
says
pay.
it's down at this end. Go ahead and figure that out. I
Does-
thought it was going to be more detailed.
Doesn't that
than
seem
I decided
unlikely
it
if
wasn't.
he's shipped slaves before?
Their way to pass messages.
And he said he frequents that.
Ahead.
Like people like us.
I could.
And-
yeah, I could.
Like
So-
people like us.
We just have to ask around where we should
He-
be since we're those people.
There is a
we're the
bookshop a
people.
couple
we
doors
are going
down
to deliver the message
from that.
Taldor was sending
I could.
to the person that
that
we should
he
know
it's
about.
more of a private
I could
lot
forge
because
some
of the
documents that say that we're those
common
people.
We don't need any documents right now, though.
We just need something.
people
I already
that,
have
that
that
visit
We
this
gotta
island.
find him. Where is he? How
it's
do
more
you find
like
him? How do you find
his
one
private
person
library
in a city full of
and
others without
cartography
alerting
shop.
everybody to the fact that you're trying to find them?
Cartography,
I mean,
Loki,
a
right?
few
That's
people-
the
Hold
name
up,
of the
hold up,
Cartography,
hold up.
right.
I have a spell that can do this.
So
Fucking magic. It's always
They
magic.
both do.
I do. It's called
that's the
Loki.
primary. That's what you see on the sign.
I don't
He's a
have locate
cartographer.
I mean, I can.
He
but
prides
wait till
himself
tomorrow.
out of his library.
Okay, creature,
Right,
locate
tomorrow.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay, person's outside.
Probably should have
And-
done that, knowing you were going to be looking for.
Fucking idiot.
But because it's not the busiest place in town, lots of times you'll find the shop closed, and he'll be 3 doors
I
down
think you still need.
at the bar.
Thing. Yeah.
Have you been paying any attention to this?
And all of that is in
He's using
Thieves'
Thieves' Cant to
So we
find
can't pay
his
attention to
location.
We don't know.
It's a long fucking
He's just
conversation.
being fucking.
That's
drunk.
Bartender like
Stupid drunk
meanders
shit.
off a little bit, comes back and rejoins.
Locate
But
creature,
you and this
locate
guy are
outside.
having this
Long
great
story.
chat about
So long shot.
your favorite fishing lures and
He's a creature.
it transitions from initially you were talking about alcohol to then you were talking about some fishing stories and then you were
Alright.
talking about
Well,
the
If they're
biggest
bringing
bear
slaves
you've
in-
ever seen and
What?
if he's bringing slaves here,
it
then
progresses
we just need to
and,
find out where the slaves go.
It won't work.
And
we'll
that's
say
what Taldor
you
won't
you decided to break off from the party after being in the bar for about 5 to 10
Dress you
minutes.
guys up as slaves,
Just,
and then
you know, chat.
try and find a place to sell you.
That sounds like a
Again,
good
We're not doing
idea.
that again.
And
We're not
then,
doing that again.
So about 10 minutes in, and then this.
That works.
How long is it? It takes like 3 times longer. Is that
Poor
what it
Christ.
is?
Last time.
3 times, yeah.
That
No,
look it up.
really,
I
we're
gotta
gonna
look it
pretend
up.
that we're still Talmud's associates, and we just need to find one of his contacts. And if we know that there's slaves coming here, then we find them. Plus, that's what we wanted to find anyway, right? So we just need to buy a slave. Not a half though.
Force cage.
There may be many sellers. We may not find a specific seller that is useful to us.
Then we'll buy one from each.
So Marn's up at the bar talking to the bartender for a while.
long while.
Getting the D.
Alright.
These can't takes 4 times longer than a normal. Just saying it.
Right. So I guess while you're doing that, I'll probably go and talk to the guys who are better than me.
Oh.
Didn't you do that already?
No, I was about to, but then he said it would take half hour. And Martin's like, I'm not waiting a half hour. So you went to have a half hour conversation.
Well, my whole goal was to talk to the bartender.
Right on.
You're the one that decided to start looking at people in the bar.
Yeah, for sure.
Being just like some creepy fucking bastard.
Did you figure out exactly?
It's 4 times.
4
I'm
times
gonna
as
do
long.
the evil eye
So-
every time you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pans out to right about probably about 20 minutes of discussing this with him to go through all of that. Which probably took us 5 minutes of real time.
Probably. Something like that.
Yeah, so at about that time, you notice Roman get up and approach a couple of gentlemen or scoundrels or I don't know, people-ish in the corner, the edge of the bar or whatever. Yeah, not yeah. We'll say corner. Fuck it. Sometimes the image in my head doesn't match the words that come out of my mouth, and it's just difficult to make them
I
coincide.
gave the
And
10
then
to
it's
the
just like
guy
fuck
for
it.
information.
What?
I said I gave the 10 to the guy for information. I asked the
I
bartender for another
added
drink
a
and
number
didn't just give him
somewhere.
2 gold.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know it, but it helped make the connection.
Sooner or later you'll figure it out.
He doesn't question it. Doesn't bring you change.
Oh, I just...
If there's money on the bar, it's his.
Well,
It's a
this is
positive
it.
change.
I didn't wait for change.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like drink, money, all
I
that.
added a digit to something.
Alright, to it.
Added a digit to something.
His left hand. He actually has 6 fingers on his left hand now.
Even better.
Is your AC over
So he's up to 7 now?
like an AC of 300?
So, did I miss anything that was going on otherwise?
No, we were just discussing how we were going to figure this out while
Large
Martin
amount of
was
circular
figuring it out.
this out.
So, Roman has that conversation with you guys and gets him and heads over towards these 2 people at the end of the bar, sitting at their own little table. That you determine one of them is better than you in all aspects of life.
In
2 aspects of life.
at least 2 aspects of life, yes.
Yes.
In the time that I have been able to study people in this bar, this is the only one, so I'm like, alright, I'll be right back. I get up and I walk over to the guy.
Few people.
And I
come
guess
and-
his
few
companion-
people have come and gone since you started this eye reaping
You immediately
process.
challenge him to duel.
Naturally.
Figure out he's better than me, so I'm going to challenge him. Okay.
I walk over to the table and, alright, is there an open chair?
No, but there's an open side to it. It's just one of those tall, small tables,
Okay.
and they're sitting on opposite ends. Walls on one side of them.
Yep,
There's an open space.
is there an open chair?
There's
that
an
I
open chair
could
nearby.
grab and
You can
pull
grab
up?
and pull up
Okay,
without
okay.
making it awkward.
So I'll walk up to them and I'll say,
How far away are they?
I'd like to grab a seat.
Opposite end of the bar. It's like 5 o'clock club size.
Okay.
Maybe a little deeper. It's a little bigger than this room.
But too far away where I can overhear.
Right. There's plenty of chatter going on in the bar, and
Wait, I put my hand on a chair that I could pull over,
Mhm.
and I say, I want to grab a seat here with you guys for a minute.
yeah, pull up a chair.
I pull up a chair. I sit down. What are you drinking?
This. He grabs a pitcher and fills up your the rest of your cup.
Oh, yeah. Take a sip. What is it?
Poison.
You're dead.
Fuck.
Strychnine. No, it's a stout. Yeah, it's a stout. I was going to say it's a stout
Something.
ale,
No,
but yeah,
it's a
it's
stout.
a stout.
Stout.
Okay.
It's a stout.
Awesome.
Made it sprout.
It's a stout pale.
Mixes okay with the booze you had already. The porter drink,
Not bad at all.
Sounds like it was the
I got
same
business
thing.
in these parts,
Piss
but
water.
I'm looking for some entertainment.
Yeah, what kind of entertainment you into?
Well, you guys know this area or what?
I like to fuck dudes.
Yeah, we definitely frequent here. We
Touche.
head out from time to time, but we always find our way back here.
I might be coming to do some money in the next couple of days, and I'm thinking about wagering it on some fights. You know anything about that in these areas?
There's there's an arena inland a little ways, but doesn't seem much use. Mostly mostly the major, quarterly holidays. They hold. You just missed one, actually. Summer's midsummer. Quite the tournament.
How'd it go?
You look like you could have fared well.
I was impressed.
Not me, but my slaves.
Wow, just throwing it up there like that. Super subtle. Yes.
You'll find that most people here don't really care for those. At least, well, your kind, I guess.
You trying to tell me that these people don't keep slaves around here?
No, exactly what I'm saying. This is
Not what I
this
expected.
is the freest port in the world.
I heard otherwise. I heard that there was quite a bit of slave trade going on in these parts.
Don't know where you got your information, but it's
well-
either completely wrong or, lots of people come through here, and they have different priorities and different beliefs. And but as a whole, Dragon Isle is free.
Sweet. Inside, I got a 7. Is he lying?
Nope. Not lying.
Alright.
Yeah,
He's a wizard?
it's no matter.
He is a
That's
wizard.
minor. My days of fighting in the arena. Those were the good old days. Have you seen the fights?
Only heard of the last one. We were, we only got into port a few days ago. But,
What's your trade?
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Sorry.
You're not the guy.
Right on.
Let me get you another picture of this. It's good stuff.
I buy him another round. Another pitcher, however much that costs.
200
6 gold.
gold
40
pieces.
gold.
Jesus.
6.
Christ. It's inexpensive.
It's not not the
It's a solid gold pitcher.
not the crazy shit, but it's good.
Cool.
Get him the crazy
I
shit.
chit-chat with them a little bit about their times on the sea and the places that they have been and general chit-chat. I'm not trying to get any more information from these people, but don't want it to seem like I was just there to get
Talk about
that
slaves.
information.
Get him
Right.
drunk.
All right.
Yeah, they chat with you a bit. They tell you
Every one of these drinks, I get a better idea.
they're
It's good stuff.
it basically comes out that they too are adventurers. They're not specifically seafarers, but often they have taken the role of marine on.
If they don't know him, then they'll be
But
like,
they're
sure, whatever.
perfectly comfortable
They know,
inland
they'll be like,
as well.
No, you're not. And then we know somebody else already.
Are they for hire? Are
Yeah.
they like looking for a job right now? Like,
They're always looking for a job, but they're always willing to just go their own way. They're pretty
I suggest you don't do
comfortable,
that and wait here for my return.
with whatever life throws at them.
Yeah.
Sweet. What are their names?
It took
I get them.
3
You don't have to tell me
years.
them. I just know them.
Sure, pull,
Adventurer
I may
and
have this.
pull 2 names from Final Fantasy because I
I'll
like
do it
referencing
too.
them.
Alright,
No,
sweet.
it's true. You always have to have peer checked facts before you know it's true. So we want to do
They tell you that reiterate or that this is if they had a home, this was their home.
Got the right spot.
Sometimes they're gone for years,
You stay here.
but they always land here.
I'm going to.
Let's just relax it. I'll be back.
And if if you're ever looking for them and they're not here, leave a message. The bartender or one of the local establishments for them, their whatever names yet to be determined are.
Barrett and Vinny.
Barrett and Vinny? Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright.
And they will do what they can to get in contact. They suggest putting a timetable on it that you're going to be able to hear back from them in said way, because like I said, it's happened that they've been gone for 3 years and then come back and then they're here.
Alert.
They're
Can you type that down? That
Barrett and
Vinny are available to us at Tavern X if we leave a message for them on the Pirate Isles.
Dragon Isle.
Dragon Isle.
Tortuga.
Why are we not hiring
Huh?
now?
Tortuga?
You don't
Why are
have
we
an
not hiring
immediate
them?
agenda that you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to
pay
hire
them
them for something specific.
Bodyguards.
No.
Well, I mean,
Do I look like I need a bodyguard? No.
Yes, hire them as Marines for the
they're not
the
Marines.
fleet. Huh?
Mariner.
Eco-terrorists.
Whatever.
They could be. They didn't tell you
Sweet.
that.
I have
I already
several
know.
drinks with them as we converse over this, and then after a little while, I say, business to attend to. Been a pleasure. I introduce myself as Roman, and
Yeah, what kind of, you mentioned that when you first stepped over. What kind of business are you here for?
Slave trading.
No, you roll a deception
oh shit!
to conceal the fact that you were over there for a specific reason.
16.
Cool.
So
So they just ask about business. They don't mention the slave thing, whatever.
yeah, no. I mean, my business was the fights.
Oh, okay. So
and I was more interested in taking my my people. I just use the word people.
from then on,
my team and my people. I keep using those words interchangeably with
slaves
seemingly slaves.
that you mentioned to begin with, right?
Right. I
Yeah.
started with slaves, and then from then on it's team and people because they are not very accepting of slaves.
Yeah.
So I have to.
They didn't
switch my
seem
terminology.
aggressive, but
no,
they
it's not. They're not like slaves.
Right.
Let's get them. So I'm going to switch my terminology, and my team, my people, my crew, whatever,
Yeah.
is interested in participating in these fights. They make us a lot of money. We're kind of surveying the countryside.
Sure.
This section of the Dragon Sea or wherever we are. Sea of Fallen Stars.
I would definitely wake myself a lot.
Tortuga.
Tortuga.
How long have you been playing in Forgotten Realms?
I have always played the Sword Coast.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I know, right?
I believe we went across the Sea of Fallen Stars.
We did.
Once upon a time.
We did at one
and
point.
destroyed
Actually,
Faye.
I played in Sword Coast, Faye, and a couple of spots.
Okay. I mean, we started in like Lantern, yes.
One of my last characters was from Sembio.
So
Anyway,
that happens.
and then I joined the rest of the group, and hopefully they catch me up on all the awesome things that Mara learned.
Okay.
So that conversation, if you allow it, is about 45 minutes.
Sure. Half hour, 45 minutes, I'm cool with that.
So the four of you had been sitting around with Roman for about 20 minutes to a half hour, and he excuses himself and goes across the bar and talks to a couple of gentlemen at the opposite edge of the bar. And about that time, Marin rejoins the group.
Yep. And says I'll be back in a bit.
Oh, you just hop in and say you're going to be back in a bit?
I love it.
So,
You don't give us any more information than that.
Anybody, yeah. You just say, I'll be back, guys, and like walk away, or give them appropriate time
I
to reply.
Ask where you're going as you try to walk off.
probably
I'll
just
just carry on.
walking children home.
Thing of alcohol. And I'll be back in a bit. And walk out the door.
I let him go.
I walk out the door
Oh, we
too.
don't
I tried to
let
ask where he
the
was going.
party up.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, we're bad at this game.
You guys are really good at saying "let's not split the party," and then
Really,
in
really
the
And
next
then Marvin
sentence,
happens.
and then in the next sentence, you say we split the party.
Yeah.
But I digest.
Yes.
I think I heard something in the other room.
I
Oh,
digress.
you by yourself in the dark. Go look.
Oh, you mean like Syndicate?
Yes.
You hide on.
All right, so
orders
yeah,
and you whistle and
Martin
always
returns to the
follow
group
one at a time.
just to say he'll be back,
Right.
and walks out, and you follow him.
No, I just
Oh.
walk out and fly away.
Jesus, he's
Apparently
gone.
that's what we're doing. We're just
We're
going
just-
in different directions.
If you can do it,
I asked where you're going.
Please don't go.
Just gonna fly around. I mean,
While you were
I don't have to tell you anything. If he doesn't have to tell you anything, and he's off doing something,
I told you guys I was gonna
why
go
should I
talk.
have to tell you stuff?
You don't have to tell me anything, but I would like to know.
Well, I'm going to let off some steam.
Oh my god. You're just calling a storm.
May I ask a favor of you?
Sure.
Don't kill anyone.
You don't tell me what to do.
Don't attack
That's why it's a favor to me.
It's not a demand. It's a request.
Define anyone.
people within 100 miles.
9 people.
Until we're together again, just try to avoid murder. It would mean a lot to me.
Define murder.
Not
Oh
manslaughter.
Killing another person.
Unless it's in self-defense.
Person, living being.
Oh my god.
Living being.
Really anything? Even animals at this point. We're trying to avoid attention, so you're going to kill a lot of stuff, weren't you?
Making it really hard for me to blow off steam right now.
Okay. Well,
Just go be it all.
is there anything I could do to help? Would you like to punch something?
Maybe we could get him back and we could punch him together.
You could punch me.
I don't want to punch you.
I would be happy to let you punch me.
I don't know. I'm not violent.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He understands the severity of
Both
Ephraim.
the three of you.
Have another one of these.
Would you like some alcohol?
These make you
No.
really
I don't
smart.
drink alcohol. I have tiny little bird kidneys. You know what that does to me?
Their kidneys the size of a sparrow.
I see them?
Not a sparrow's kidneys, but like a sparrow.
That's how we met. They're probably
I know it's awesome.
not as big as yours, but bigger than a human's. I think I'm taller than an actual human.
A little bit.
My
Anyway.
bones are held. Don't
So,
get us
Roman,
started.
we had
Not
really
this
good ideas on how to find this guy when you're gone.
Alright, so, before
Where's
Mara
my
returns, you guys can have your
stuff?
conversation, but if
So you're
it
gonna go murder
should
stuff?
involve
Just
me,
Yeah,
I'll bring
not
it in.
over around here, but yeah.
I
it's
was
just
talking
gonna
to the
die.
bar
It
guy
makes this whole internet thing
for a
difficult.
really long time.
Realize like why there's the smaller party size on
And
average,
then,
and the team speak because
I
everybody's
don't know.
mic'd.
He just left. I think maybe they're meeting.
I mean, I know the large party thing.
I think Mara knows
difficult
something. We
to
should wait
begin
till he
with, but-
returns.
Or follow
No.
Alright,
He
so
did
Mara
not
goes.
Blow his cover.
He did
What does
tell
Mara
me that
do?
he knew where Mark.
My insight was on a
Let's
bus.
wait here for Mara.
Go to the
what?
Kotaku.
But I told him I
store.
had a better idea.
His wandering
Okay.
off.
Not where I thought you were heading with this one, but alright.
He goes where?
Honestly, I rolled average. I probably think
He
he's
leaves.
just going to check out.
Out the
my-
door, the front door.
I start flying. away.
William, he said he goes to the cartography store. Sakara, he goes out the front door.
Gotcha.
What's up, bro?
Is it closed?
Woo! Hand raise, finger wave.
No, it's open. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning or less. What's up?
I fly.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an island?
It's an island, yeah.
I'm gonna fly and just get an idea of
It's
what's
a-
on the island.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me now. That's
Okay.
just what I'm doing.
I will, if it's relevant and you would see it from the sky, you know it.
Okay.
So it's open?
It's open.
I walk in.
You walk in and you see maps behind glass on the wall, showing. Surprisingly, none of them show the set of islands you're on. Either the island itself, nor any surrounding islands. You do see an overall map of the Sea of Fallen Stars. And from what you know from Sydney and the ship and you're getting here, there's the section where you're at. It says some sort of island. Name not Pirate Isles, but it.
Replacement?
Tortuga.
It just says shallow waters and near surface islands. Like it's like a cautionary statement that you should avoid that area with your ships. That's the only reference to these lands that you see on the maps. Otherwise, you see a map of Symbia, a map of Chondath, even a map of. I tried to put that away.
From the Pirate Islands.
Trying to disguise
That
them.
doesn't make sense.
You know, Moherons and Thay and Aglarond. Everything in the area, but the only thing that shows it shows trade routes within the Sea of Fallen Stars, which is this. What's the word for like inlets of water? But whatever, it's because it's not a large open sea. It's more of a series of wide channels. You know, if that makes it right.
I like wild channels.
Anyways, so there are the trade routes between them. All of them skirting this area that suggests it's hazardous for ships to go through.
So just kind of like showing it's an area of.
It exists. There are islands,
rocks,
but a lot of rocks, lots of
or high.
Islands that
beds.
are there at low tide and gone at high tide, and you don't know which ones are where they are. Like that's what is denoted on the map. Is avoid this area because you can't necessarily plot a safe route.
Okay.
And then there are more detailed maps of the countries surrounding that, as well as you see one in extreme detail of Baldur's Gate, if you're aware of that city, and one of the Sword Coast as well, and so you see. You see this on the wall, and we may as well throw a DM cam on here.
DM
cam? Yeah, DM cam!
Nice out of the way. We still need a DM lamp.
I love lamp.
I don't.
See if it breaks shit.
It shouldn't. They should be identical except for the camera source.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you got it.
DM cam.
So it's a map of Baldur's Gate, and then a map of the Sword Coast. And we'll leave it on that for now, unless you guys prefer the other one. But
no, that's good.
There's really no.
See it yet.
Well, there's no. I meant the other side of this map, not the microphone.
Yeah, no.
That's good.
Tyler.
I like the Baldur's Gate one, so we'll switch back. It's more detailed and a little more interesting. So, I mean, I'm gonna switch on. So, yeah, it's just a long time delay. So, you see, when you walk in, these are on the wall to your left and right and behind you. In front of you, there are just a bunch of slots with like little cubbies, mailboxes,
Right.
scroll bins.
Scrolls.
Yep. Rolled up maps, and at the center, there's a bar or a countertop, and the center of it is open, and there's a hallway that leads back beyond that. And as you walked in, you noticed there's a little rope and a pulley tied to a bell that dinged as you walked in.
Oh, that's pretty advanced. Considering what the area looks like.
I mean, it's I guess as far as that goes, the area is well built up. You think it's very well suited for being the coastal region. The reason the Isle got its name is there is a giant mountain that is called like Dragon Spire, I believe is the actual term. But and so there's raised areas. So there's not a lot of flat land that you'd be able to build a sprawling city on. So it's kind of built into right along the shore. There are definitely some signs that it has some age, but it all seems very, very stable and secure to you. So, yeah, I guess that's what you walk into.
But I don't see any people. Just maps and
not immediately. You can start stealing stuff. You can start yelling. You can walk your way to the bank. You can just kind of look around and wait and see if somebody comes out.
Light the place on fire.
You can light the place on fire.
Just start jacking off on everything.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunities
so
are nearly endless.
That is my example for what you can do in D&D.
Okay, well,
But just nobody. There's nobody standing there waiting. Nobody drawing a map at
the right approach.
The table behind.
We're definitely the right approach.
I'm gonna spend a few minutes
We're the
kind
best
of
approach.
observing, looking at
Can't
quality
Mhm.
of what he has on show, and then if no one shows up, I'm gonna call out if there's anyone there.
Specify any details about Martin?
Above
Physically,
You said he knew.
you know them, but did I specify them?
I don't think you really said
Okay.
anything specific.
I just don't like to stray from things that I don't remember I said. So he is. And if you're just spending a few minutes browsing,
Whose
that's
page
the
is
wrong
that?
book. He walks up,
Oh, wow.
and somebody matches the description that you were given
Tom,
in your cant,
is that your deed?
and
I don't know. You want it?
I want to randomly
Well, 'cause-
Generate an image.
generate who he is. But whatever. He's
That's my die set.
Okay.
And you just
a,
rolled that
a
D8.
dwarf,
Where'd you get
walks
the D8
out.
from?
And that's what was described to
It
you.
was right here?
So they're the same. Okay.
Okay.
This is as far as you
So
can
it's not
tell.
from your die. Your
Who Martin Mingo? Yes.
I don't know.
Well, I'm missing a blue D8.
We'll say he's a dwarf.
Oh shit.
He
Now you're missing
has
the whole rest of the set though.
a gray beard,
It's okay.
but
I know who has it.
Do you?
I used to.
red hair.
Red-haired dwarf.
We're butt chugging on this to speak.
You
I
know,
definitely want them
full
back,
head
sorry.
of
Yeah.
fiery red
I always
hair.
wanted them back, but I really want them back.
It is the best way to roll your
Mid,
dice.
chest length,
Mm-hmm.
gray beard, with just a few
So he dies.
inklings of red into it.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Or his jaw has a lot of stress.
Do both at the same time.
Clenches his jaw.
Oh, never clench the jaw.
It's always a bad day.
What are you crying about?
He he walks out. It's like, yeah, what can I do for you?
Is he a gnome?
Dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Never catch me,
observing
Kaplan.
your maps, they seem like you put a lot of effort into them, and then at that point, I'm going to switch
If
to
you
thieves.
if you like check, if you scrutinize them, his penmanship, his level of detail is exquisite. You can't when you look at Chondath, which is a region you're familiar with, and anything you would expect to be on there is there. It's a very detailed map.
Is your house on there?
I think it's my house for
If you live in a populated city, that there's a map that you find a map for there, then yes, your house is there. If you
Can you
didn't live in a
Street View?
populated city, if it wasn't a main city, then
I want to Google Street View.
almost.
I can make that happen.
Damn, that's a good map.
This is a really good map.
you know, it's like this.
Oh, it's a good thing it's plastic.
And if you
And
had lived in
closed.
Boulder's Gate, and I probably could have pointed it out here, but then you can see it. Except on your monitor.
I could.
Okay, so
It's terrible.
So, you know, if this had been a city, a map of your home city, you would notice that your house is right there. Like, these are
Wow.
Convenient.
fantastic, high detail.
Absolutely.
Some of the pen strokes you did not realize could get that fine. You thought it would, you know, it would blur out to a larger space than that. But you see some very, you know, the name of an inn just like written on a building. Hey, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm very impressed with the quality of your maps. Have you done anything particularly out of the ordinary to get it this detailed? Or are you just that good?
Well, I use the finest quality materials. That paper is not like you find anywhere else. Can't go into too much detail without giving up trade secrets, but suffice it to say, there's most papers blur, where this one will not. The inks, the quills, are all handcrafted and selected by me.
Well, it shows.
Thank you. Is there a particular map I can interest you in?
I was curious about one thing I noticed. There seems to be nothing in relation to these isles. They're all gone. Scrubbed out, if you will.
Hey, you must be new here. We go to great effort to hide details of our islands from outsiders. It would be detrimental to us if, you know, Sembia knew our ports, our harbors, our high and low passes through the water.
Horrible marketing strategy. This place is just riddled with craziness.
But you're here. Somebody must trust you enough to get you here. But it is it's a rule to not map these parts.
Would you mind if I got your name?
Why, of course not. Its name's Martin.
Engel?
Ningle, yes. Have you heard of me?
No.
I'm pretty well known.
Good guess.
No, he didn't guess. Oh, yeah, you did, yeah. Right? No?
Did you say his name?
No, I said Martin. He said Martin, and then he repeated Martin after he said it.
No, I said Engel.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You did methodize
Alright,
his
so
second
yeah.
name. So you probably... okay.
No,
Okay,
never heard of it.
I'm just a mind reader.
So, I heard of me, have you?
Yes, I was looking around for people with particularly good uses of the quill.
As you can see, I'm the best.
Indeed,
My
you
skill
are.
is rivaled by none.
That's a challenge. Rise to the challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Fortunately, I know that I haven't.
Defeat him.
Cut off his feet.
On the field of battle.
You're the best. Alright.
Sing it, Chad, yeah.
I will be back in an hour with a request.
With what?
With a request.
Cool name, peace.
I'll probably be here. If not, I'll be back. Sure, you can. This trade map here is really. I mean, as you see, it's great quality. you're in the seas, you're new here, you could obviously use it. Of course, once you get out of the Isles, but still the shortest route around. Only 20 gold.
Like I said, I agree. Your skills are unquestionable. But
I question them.
It's magic.
I'm working on a project. And I need to get the specifics for it.
Yeah, very well.
I can draw. My name in the snow. Well, with me.
I'll see you again at a later date.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
And then I will leave the store.
First draw next.
And then I will kind of meander the area to see if he, like, rushes out somewhere. For,
How long do you wait?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
No, if you like peek through the windows, you notice that he remains up front for a couple minutes and then pops back into the back room.
Okay.
Pops into these.
And then I'll go back to the party.
This guy's gonna disappear forever, right?
Yeah, thanks. Alert. No, that was good.
Hey, he only had one. He was only able to exist for one possible encounter with people.
Well,
and then
no,
he
like he
vanishes out of
walks
space.
in and he's like, "Hey, what's your name? That's a very interesting name. You're really good at what you do. I'll be back later." Like that's not suspicious at all.
No, it's not.
Depending on what type of people you deal with on a regular basis, honestly.
He is on the Pirate Isle,
If you deal
but
with legit
might
people,
not
that was
be.
a perfectly normal conversation. Like, hey, I'm just checking out your place, man.
Nobody said that, though.
I said that, but I wasn't there, so it's weird.
That is pretty weird. Yep. So do we win or what?
Dude, we've been winning. But we just need Ephraim to close the deal.
I did alright.
Yeah,
What deal?
The deal!
You're the guy.
What deal?
You're the
Have you killed the Pirate King yet?
Sex
or what?
Martin Ingolo?
You've been gone for like an hour.
Well, you do
Dude.
this.
What's wrong with you?
Everyone's dropping
Fine.
shit.
It's fine.
Put the frozen baby back in the fridge. It still needs to thaw.
But my baby.
How can I hear
That
it
is
if
gonna
nothing's coming out?
explode.
That is gonna be the biggest.
Dude.
Oh yeah, do it.
The ale of gingers.
That's how that
If you actually just leave it,
Oh,
He's busy. He's
You
very
guys
busy.
should get one of those
Now it's permanently out. It's gone.
those pink mints that they normally put in urinals
Socks?
for your sink here, so I don't have to walk so far.
The urinal.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
All right,
Butt chug it.
do some
Butt
investigation.
chug.
Butt chug the Canada Dry.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so Marin lingers outside the shop for a while.
Roman
and-
tries to get everybody to stay far away from Arm, but if like more than an hour or two goes by, at that point we probably work on an alternative plan because he's dead.
So he's probably back by the time you are.
Oh, sweet.
We'll say you get there, 10 minutes before he returns.
Did I leave?
To the table.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not to the bar, but to the table at the bar.
Yes.
Talking to Vinny.
Oh, I thought he
Vinny and
left
Jared.
just as he got back to the room.
No, you didn't listen because you were watching
No.
Fag Ball and stuff.
Fag
Right, we have to
Ball.
modify the names, right?
Yes. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's copyright infringement.
right.
Yeah, the Peckers.
Fag Ball.
The Peckers.
M-
Yeah,
Fag ball.
the Fag Ball Peckers game.
The fake ball Packers game.
And the funny thing is that it's not less or more gay.
No, it's just different.
It's different. It's the same game.
No, you guys got to the bar. Roman sat down and started creeping on people.
God damn it, Roman.
Marin went to the bar,
Yeah.
talked. Roman went to talk to people he was really creeping on, and Marin came back and said he was leaving.
Okay.
And then Roman talked to these people for like a half hour, 45 minutes.
Then Ephraim flying around the
Ephraim flew around the city.
Not the city,
And
the
I-
island.
The island, yes.
Oh.
on ale.
And
And I've got some really good stuff.
Bimbale is doing a lot of research on yeast.
Just look at my notes.
So I'm gonna
Okay, then Marn returns.
So Roman comes back to the table, asks the rest of the group where Marin and Ephraim are. Gets filled in and maybe shares a little bit of insight from the people across the way about slaves not being a thing here. And Ephraim walks in the door.
Wait, I think
no, I didn't.
No, you
I think it has to be two-handed.
Not Ephraim, sorry, Marin is what I meant.
I did the same thing like 120 years ago.
I did.
I did.
Like, kill something.
He asked you.
No, I just hit my 100th
I
birthday.
asked. He doesn't have to listen.
I did.
It doesn't have to be in sight of the population. It doesn't have to be a person.
It's fine.
I mean, it'll be
Some
a
beach
village
crabs?
dragon.
Kill some beach crabs?
Wait,
No,
On
it's
the other
like,
side of the island?
like a larger mammal.
Like, it has to fit in the room.
Is it like a jungle? Tell me about the island. Is it like a jungle?
it's a jungle.
I heard about a mountain.
It's a little bit of a jungle, but yeah, the main interesting feature of the island,
Big old mountain.
potentially apart from the city, depending on whose interests you're talking about,
Yeah.
is a large
It's a volcano.
mountain at the center of the isle. It's surrounded by jungle mostly. It's been kind of cleared away on the one side where the city is. But I mean, if you there's some random primates around. There's you see a panther.
Just don't kill the mud crab. What if it's me?
No,
What if I'm
I want to shoot.
50,000 gold to spend.
That's fine.
Well,
I want to
crab
shoot a random primate with my bow.
Primate. What the fuck?
Okay.
There's no monkeys.
Kill it.
What if it's me?
It-
Roll a percentage. There's a 1%.
Oh, it's a
chance.
gorilla.
No,
That looks like a good target.
No, not like a gorilla. Like a,
No, a gorillin.
no, not a gorilla either.
He's not
Like a chimp.
Like a chimp. Like
Hey,
something I can.
You
shoot
murder
or
a
something.
chimp.
Cool.
Wow.
I swoop down.
Uh-huh.
I grasp it in my talons, and then I fly to a beach
Okay.
and I eat it.
Okay.
Going back to nature, bro.
You get some
Good
stuff
idea.
thrown at you.
Stuff
shit.
at me?
It's shit.
A lot of shit, but some tree branches and
Oh.
some nuts.
The
By other chimps.
monkeys.
They're in
You
groups.
kill
Oh.
them all.
Okay, so they do that when I swoop
As you're
down.
swooping down, yeah.
Okay, then I circle around and I nuke them from orbit.
Get rid of one third level spell.
Yeah, literally one nuke spell.
Yep.
And please tell me you're far enough away from the city that
Yeah.
it's not noticeable.
How's
Sure.
it not noticeable? There's a thundercloud that arrives in the sky, up in the air, and lightning just goes.
I don't know, is that how you're nuking?
Every 6 seconds, there's a.
Is that how you're nuking?
spot.
is there another nuke?
Thundercloud? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
see a spell
Well, he's
list.
got a lot.
Totally,
of
yeah,
things,
that's what I
but
do.
That's the good one. That way you can make sure
That's what he does.
all of the chimpanzees are dead.
I spend the entirety of my
And
10
their
minutes
families.
just
Every 6
their
seconds.
nuking
homes.
that area.
So 10,
Alright.
10 100 lightning bolts strike the
You still
same
have poo on
area.
your feathers.
Is it? I didn't say it was gonna fix it.
As you're walking back, you
They drew first
see a
blood.
little bit of a storm cloud off in
No,
the
I didn't.
distance.
A little bit.
I did.
Hear some thunder.
That's okay.
People in the bar probably don't notice the thunder, but Marin walking back from the cartographer's place does notice the
It's
thunder.
40-foot radius.
It sounds like bass.
Every 6 seconds.
It's very rhythmic.
That's not nature.
100 lightning strikes.
You've heard this before. You feel.
Not from this distance. I mean, it sounds like
Jesus.
a surprisingly consistent thunderstorm. That's about it.
Now roll all the damage.
So Marin walks back in.
What up?
Ephraim finishes his thunderstorm
Yeah.
and takes his corpse to the beach.
Yeah.
Gross.
Doubly necessary because now you gotta wash your feathers.
Either way,
He's not gonna
the
do
rest
it.
of the group is at the bar.
There's
What do
124
you do when you get
squares.
back?
It's a 10-minute.
Fine. I got a really good idea.
Okay.
I bet it's not as good as mine.
What's that?
Probably is.
What have you found?
Probably smart.
Dingle.
found a farmhouse before.
Well done. Is he guarded?
No. He's a shopkeep.
You have to choose 34 squares.
Armored?
Not
Weapons?
hit with lightning.
Nope. Nope.
Out of the 144 available to you.
See, the thing
Wizard.
is, when I hit,
It's
it
Maybe.
hits the 4 around it. Or
oh,
the
because it's
Fine.
center.
it strikes here
Okay.
and hits
Cartographer?
Yes.
all
Okay.
those. So,
Right.
Makes sense, I guess.
So you have to
Well, you should see his maps.
you have to pick 34 places
Mortal
to
Sand
not
cannot
center
be
it.
mapped
for
like
single
those.
squares.
To not
he's got
center one
magic.
on.
He's a god.
I assume he has magic.
That's pretty good.
Can magic make maps?
You probably hit everyone at
Magic
least 4 times over.
Fuck 'em.
Now it has to.
You want a
Right.
double-sided dildo for widows in Boston addicted to Fireball? I can make it happen.
Give me 3.
The only question is, what material do you want to made out of?
Glass.
Cactus.
Okay,
Glass is a good choice.
good.
Cactus.
Sorry.
Cactus.
Cactus is good.
Well done,
Live
Mark.
cactus.
Razors?
That reminds me of Stone of Tea.
Challenge
It would.
accepted.
Well done.
Alright, Martin's back. Ephraim, are you back yet?
We should find Ephraim. And we should go to the car.
Have you
Right.
seen him while you're out?
Gone. Possibly. Maybe.
Kriv, where did Ephraim go?
Dead?
He said he needed to blow off steam. I asked him not to kill anyone.
That
What about
would
that?
definitely explain the thunder
What thunder?
Thunder?
and lightning.
God.
Not thunder. You didn't see any lightning.
Oh. The thunder.
Great.
How far away was it?
Maybe a little
Was
flashes
it the
in
town
distant
square?
clouds.
Alright, so
Pretty far.
Marin has located the forger. When we get there, we need to act as if we were on business for Taldor.
That's what I told him.
Who can do this convincingly?
You told him around business to tell us?
You're
Not
drunk.
for Taldor specifically. But that I was on business.
I'm not much of a liar, but if we'd like to take the direct approach, I may be able to persuade him to help us anyways.
Like, tell
Let's
us
try
down his
Ephraim
arm.
first. If Ephraim cannot convince
We're
him
just
that we
gonna
are
group
on
it?
Taldor's business, then your methods will be necessary.
I don't.
What do we just gotta talk to
What?
get information from him, or are we trying to get...
I need to take a nap.
Yes, you do.
Maybe. Bring me back along.
Get us some rooms here.
No, not right now. We'll take one of these to go.
You don't need any more of those.
So you can hit
We need to keep
square
focus here,
6
Gribble.
times.
Can you use your magic like this?
Druid.
and have
So yes.
strikes left over.
It's amazing.
No!
Son of a goat.
I don't need
How many?
magic.
Left
I
over.
got my staff.
I saw you with the staff. I tried to help you with the staff.
Yeah.
You're not that good with the
I'm
staff.
really
It becomes
good.
an issue of statistics and making sure that you spread
I
them
hope you
evenly.
got really good with it.
really done with it.
Okay.
So
Let's do
that
it.
becomes a tough
We don't have
problem
any friends.
that I'm not prepared to
What?
work out right
I
now.
don't know, I just asked him. We don't have any
I
friends.
want a friend.
Alright.
Will you be my friend?
There's nobody there to ask.
Please. If you're watching this recorded segment,
Come back next week.
Same time.
Alright.
sometime after 5:30,
Yeah, you can pretty much come
probably
in at like
before
6.
7.
Alright, so...
Okay, we go get Ephraim.
Oh shit!
Well, wait.
Do
We're
we?
not waiting for him to come back?
Where is he?
I'm pretty sure he's out in the middle of nowhere.
He can move really fast. I'm not
pretty
sure we'd be able to get
I've
him.
got a pretty good idea.
Move faster. Well, no, actually, go a little faster.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
we
difficult
wait for Ephraim
terrain.
to come back.
How long does that take
What?
for
The
you to
next
come back to
day.
the bar?
He doesn't.
An hour.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You gone for an hour, or like you're gone an hour and you're an hour from this point,
Like
essentially?
an hour and a half.
Okay.
Total?
Yep.
Doesn't seem like that long for you guys to spend at a bar.
We get dinner.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Whatever.
Fuck it. I get more drinks.
I don't let him get more drinks.
You try to stop him from getting drinks. You guys get dinner.
We got-
you guys find out that
three.
there is not.
Holds up a normal sized bug.
It comes in points. I'm getting
This is not an inn.
Yeah.
It is now.
There are a couple inns on the island. They seem to be dedicated.
Cool.
Not the tavern inns that you're fairly used to. And that the majority of visitors sleep in their ships.
Fuck that. Alright, cool.
We got
Are there any lady ships?
All ships are ladies.
No, ships with no ladies.
You've noticed there are
All ships are female.
male and female, wide variety of races come and go from this bar, and that are on the boardwalk as well.
Any gargoyles?
No gargoyles.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't like
fuck
gargoyles,
them,
yeah.
right?
So, and Ephraim returns. Hopefully, he cleaned the monkey guts and feces off of him.
I cleaned the monkey guts and feces, but I left like ichor just
no.
hanging from my
Why?
beak.
Bill Beak.
Do you want to open up?
Is it a bill or a beak?
It's a beak.
It's a beak.
It's a beak.
Bird
beak.
prey.
It's a, yeah.
Okay.
It's creepy.
Like a raptor.
We're just sitting around having dinner, discussing our times on the open sea.
That's fine.
I think what you mean, he's got something right.
You want a drink?
No, I don't have lips. Thanks, though.
Have you been waiting since week 1 to bust
I
that out?
feel like he has before.
Oh, shit, that's so good.
Butt check it?
Something to do with like blowing on something, like he couldn't
You
do
have a
it.
tongue?
Whistling,
Whistling,
yeah. Yeah. Of course.
It's stubby.
Not in front of you, you heathen.
Wow. It seemed a little
Warren is found.
The guy in the fort.
Great. We're gonna go to him. We need to act like we are Taldor's emissaries. Can you handle that?
We're gonna do it.
What?
Oh my god.
We need to act like we are there on business for Taldor, so he will reveal the information that we need him to reveal. If it does not go the way we want it to, Kriv. There's an alternative means of getting what we want.
Torture?
Torture?
I feel if we say that,
Do not intend on torturing
potentially
anyone.
fail.
I think we're gonna do it like that.
Can that be the third plan?
Is this going to go similar to that cleric?
Yeah.
Oh yes, the
I
that
don't
went
have that
very
spell
well.
prepared today.
Oh.
I brought battle.
Keep in mind, we are on an island full of
Pirates!
Arr! They are not slavers. They are not the enemy.
It was easier than I thought.
It might still be the enemy.
They could still be the enemy.
Every
at some
single
point.
square 6 times.
But this time, they're not my enemy. We go there. We try to get the information. If it doesn't work, Kriv tries his plan. If that doesn't work,
I assume my plan.
Forcibly.
then what?
Then we use my plan.
My plan.
My plan.
Then
We all do our own plans simultaneously.
no.
I feel like Bimbles and Ephraim's are similar. Torture and dissection.
Break his hands. We threatened to break his hands.
What do we want from this
to
man?
do that.
Information about Taldor and where he was bringing the slaves. Documents if possible. That's it.
Yeah, we can do that.
If we take the top layers.
Okay. So we go in.
You're so fucked up, dude.
That'd be very interesting.
Pretend we're his emissaries. Say,
Can you
we need
convincingly?
the documents?
I pulled the top layer of skin off of a chimp earlier.
Well,
today.
where is it?
I ate it.
All of it?
Most of it. The good parts.
Do you eat the bones?
Birds don't eat.
You crunch
monkeys.
them. Yeah.
They do. They're man
Yeah, they
sized.
do.
I guess
Man-sized
man-sized birds
bird.
might.
There's actually some birds, that eat animals as large as elk.
Yeah. Scavengers,
Wow.
though. They only eat carrion dead elephants.
Yeah, they can't fight.
If they could kill him, they would, though.
Not the
Live
boss
elephants.
ones.
Brimstone.
Well, if they can't fight,
Like a
then
rock?
they're worthless to me.
Alright.
Maybe in this world.
Alright.
Okay,
Let's go.
fair.
Where is it?
Lightning
Large
strike
leading the way.
distribution.
We're going
After
to
party?
Get there.
It's
And then you'll hit
Leading the
these.
way to what?
Right there and you'll hit these.